Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, whoa.
I mean, that's why when someone asks me about violence, I just find it incredible. What it means is that the person who's asking that question has absolutely no idea what black people have gone through, what black people have experienced in this country since the time the first black person was kidnapped from the shores of Africa.
What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about new Lucky Charms Honey Clovers from General Mills. Now this cereal is only just hitting shelves. People report that Walmart is the best place to find it, but my local Walmart didn't have it. Fortunately, I was lucky enough to have an online friend, Saturday Morning Nostalgia, send me this box here. So thank you again, kind sir. I owe you a debt of gratitude. Now first off, before we get into it, I gotta be honest, I really dislike the family size boxes of these cereals. It's just the weird collector in me, but I prefer the normal size boxes instead of these giant ones with the family size blasted across the top. But hey, when it comes to new cereals, I'll take what I can get. I'll get a normal box a couple months from now when I find them on shelves. So let's dissect this new concoction from Lucky. Now we know there have been a few other flavored versions of Lucky Charms in the past. There's been a chocolate version of Lucky Charms. That one's a favorite of one of my friends. What's up, Nat? There was also a berry version of Lucky Charms, which was really good, and they recently reintroduced that one as a fruity Lucky Charms, but the fruity version isn't as good as the old berry version. And now, this is the first honey version of Lucky Charms cereal. And when I first heard about this version, I was super psyched. A honey-flavored cereal with marshmallows is a great combination. You can see right here on the front of the box it says made with real honey, so we're off to a good start. Now they chose to make the non-marshmallow pieces for this cereal all clovers. I'm not sure why. I mean, look, Lucky does have a clover up there in his hat, so I guess it fits. So in addition to the clovers, the marshmallows are the same ones they are in the normal cereal. You got blue moons, pink hearts, the only marshmallow from the original Lucky Charms, purple horseshoes, red balloons, green clover hat, unicorns, and an orange and yellow shooting star. They don't have a rainbow marshmallow pictured here because, well, I guess they consider the big rainbow to represent that. But it looks like from the cereal, there are rainbow marshmallows included. We'll see in a second when we open it up. Personally, I think it would have been cool to have a special marshmallow for this cereal as well, like a honey pot or a bee, or maybe just a yellow clover if you want to stick with the Lucky theme. Anyway, let's take a look at the back of the box here. There's a gather the gold activity here that is pretty simple and kind of lame. You just have to help Lucky cross the river by moving from charm to charm in the correct order until you get to the finish line. That's not even a maze, it's just like connect the dots. At the bottom, they ask you to find a golden version of each charm hidden amongst the clovers. That's pretty easy too. I won't ruin it for you in case you want to solve it yourself. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the side of the box because the ingredients of this cereal are very important, and they will disappoint many of you as they did me. You can see the first ingredient listed here is whole grain corn. There's no oat flour in this cereal. When I saw this, I became much less excited about this cereal. As you know, original Lucky Charms are an oat-based cereal. Those sweetened oat pieces are just as important as the marshmallows. Now the chocolate and fruity versions of Lucky Charms are also corn-based, so I probably shouldn't have been surprised. Just like the monster cereals that General Mills have changed over from the oat-based versions from the past to the corn-based versions they have today. Now don't get me wrong, I love plenty of corn-based cereals or wheat-based cereals or rice-based cereals, but when you think of Lucky Charms, after you think about the marshmallows, you think about the delicious oat pieces. And that's not what this is. But anyway, let's open it up and take a look. Okay, so here's what a bowl of Lucky Charms Honey Clovers looks like. You can see the clovers have a golden yellow hue to them, glazed with a sweet honey coating. They definitely look different than their oat counterparts. The Marbits all look the same, and yep, they do have the rainbow one as well. Let's hit them with some milk and give them a try. Yeah, I mean, it definitely tastes delicious. Sweet, honey-flavored, crunchy pieces with marshmallows that can't be beat. The honey flavor isn't overpowering, it's a nice sweetness level. They're definitely a little sweeter than regular Lucky Charms. On the box, it looks like there's 2 grams of sugar more per serving. But at the end of the day, the pieces they aren't dense enough, they don't have the same texture as the OG oat-based Lucky Charms. I wish they would have just glazed the normal oat clovers with honey and it would have been 10 times better. Alas, when cereal companies drop the ball, we have to pick it up and try to improve. So let's see if we can make our own better version of Honey Clover's Lucky Charms. All we want is a honey-flavored oat-based cereal and add marshmallows to it, right? And what's the best honey-flavored oat cereal out there? Honey Nut Cheerios, obviously.
You only got no honey nut.
Now yes, this cereal has a little almond flavoring as well, but we'll just have to overlook that because these are delicious and they have a great honey flavor. So let's just take some of these Honey Nut Cheerios, add some Lucky Charms Marbits to them, and voila, Lucky Charms Honey O's. They aren't as cool looking as the Honey Clovers, but they will taste better and be more reminiscent of actual Lucky Charms. Let's hit them with some milk and give them a try. Now that is a delicious cereal. There's nothing like a good oat-based cereal with some marshmallows. And let me just say, Adding Lucky Charms marshmallows to any version of Cheerios is a great idea. You add them to chocolate Cheerios and you basically have original Count Chocula. Add them to blueberry Cheerios and you have a superior version of Blueberry cereal. Fruity Cheerios or Very Berry Cheerios and you kind of have a version of Frankenberry. Or just add them to Apple Cinnamon Cheerios, Banana Nut Cheerios, whatever, take your pick. You can essentially make your own new monster cereal by adding marshmallows to flavored Cheerios, which just goes to show you how easily General Mills can make a new monster cereal if they wanted to, right? Pick a Cheerios flavor, change the shape a little bit, add some marshmallows, and you have a new monster cereal. But they won't even change the monster cereals back to their old oat recipe, so I doubt we'll ever see a new monster. Anyway, back to these Lucky Charms Honey Clovers. I recommend you pick up a box for yourself and give it a try. Maybe you're more forgiving of corn-based versions of Lucky Charms than I am. I do appreciate General Mills always trying new versions of their cereals, and a new Lucky Charms box is always fun to collect. Alright, well, that's gonna do it for this new Lucky Charms Honey Clovers. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, stay crunchy.
We asked 10 years ago. We was asking with the Panthers. We was asking with them, with civil rights movement. We was asking, now those people that were asking, they're all dead and in jail. So now what do you think we're gonna do?